Now, anytime and every time that you got a case that's froze up like this, frozen food case, or even a medium temperature case, you want to get the equipment to work with you and to help you doing what you need to do, which the first thing you got to do is remove the ice and defrost it. So we need to go to the controller and initiate a defrost. And so the first objective becomes to find the computer that has the microthermal screen on it, just like this. It's usually going to be in the manager's office, at the front of the store, back of the store, wherever it's at. Ask the manager where it's at if you have to, but find it. Look at the floor plan of your store and find out which case it is that you're working on. My case is going to be right here in the middle. You can see it's red. You know, obviously it's red because it's an alarm, so that helps you find it. But you take your little mouse here and you hover over the case, and once the mouse and the cursor stops, it's going to pop up and it's going to tell you the case number and which one it is. Once you know which one it is, you're going to go over to the Rack D screen, you're going to select that number, and you're going to hit setup. And now this is kind of funny because here I'm talking about clicking setup for number 2, and I click setup for number 1, and I put number 1 in defrost. And then I walk away.
So we're going to start emergency defrost again, and it should last for, 1 hour defrost. And then after the hour, we can come back and put it in defrost again if we have to. So when I initiate defrost over there for 02, it puts all of the ones that are on circuit 02 in defrost. So it looks like over here, this is circuit 1. So the front half of this aisle is circuit 1, the back half of this aisle is circuit 2. So these whole 20 doors, I guess it is. All right, so I need to find out where the drain outlet is. Most of the time it's down here in the middle.
So whenever you got a case and the drain line, the drain pan on the bottom is all froze up and you got a big sheet of ice covering the bottom of the coil, you got to start by finding where the drain opening is in the bottom of the case. As you can see, it's so messy under there, but that's always the first thing to do. So that's what I'm doing here. So I locate the drain and then I follow it back to where it goes up into the case. Now, whenever the drain plugs on a frozen case, what happens is the water keeps rising. The water turns to ice because it's a frozen case. The ice keeps rising, and then eventually the fan blades start getting stuck in it, and it'll rise to the point to where the blades stop spinning, and then the coil freezes up completely. So then what you gotta do is you've gotta clear the drain first. You take your hot water and you use the hot water to melt the ice that's in the circle drain port going down. You gotta use that hot water and you bore a little hole through that drain opening all the way until there's no more ice, and then sometimes you have to use pressurized air or compressed nitrogen, whatever, to clear the drain. This one wasn't quite that simple. This one didn't want to clear. I've got like 12 or 14 minutes of footage of me trying to clear this, so I'm gonna spare y'all. But what you do, something I do is I fold the hose like this, right? And I allow the pressure to build up in the hose and then I release it. And then once your drain is clear, you'll know it. All that water that's in there, that big pool of water that's gonna be sitting in there, it could be, man, it's a lot of gallons. It's a lot of water sometimes. The thing fills up a lot. But all that water is gonna start going down. And if you see a whirlpool happening, you know you're good. That's a good draining system right there.
Alright, so I'm defrosting it now. I'm not exactly sure why it froze up. I got the drain working finally, and I'm melting it, and I put the wrong circuit in defrost a little bit ago. So that wasted some time, but I got it in defrost now. Probably get all this ice off the wall. I don't know if you can see or not, but there's a wall of ice back there. And there's really like no ice throughout all here.
Now these walls of ice, you really got to watch out for them. They're sneaky. They're hard to find sometimes, they're hard to see, and they're hard to eliminate. You know, you would think that you got the evaporator fixed and all cleaned out and all the ice gone, but you'd be wrong. And you still get absolutely no airflow through it because that wall of ice is blocking.
Alright, so I think here you can get a better look at the wall of ice I'm talking about. See, it's like, it's there. In the very back. And you know, that's weird, man. That's really weird that it does that. But it can't be that deep, and I've already gotten some of it. You see over here? So, after I melt this, I'm gonna shoot water, you know, like that. Yeah, like that. All the way across the coil. And then airflow will be restored. probably have to start doing that now. So, very time consuming. Hope you have patience if you want to do this for a living. A lot of time on your knees, a lot of time, my hands are cold. Nothing to do except, record videos. Yeah, now you can see that's a little better. Alright, so I've been melting this thing with very low pressure for like 2 hours, 3 hours now. And I finally got all the stupid ice off of it. And I just want to show y'all something, man. Look at how stupid of a design this is. I think it's stupid, okay? This thing goes in front of the evaporator. Like, look at this. Like, why the hell would you do that as a manufacturer? Like, what is the point? What is the point in doing that? That's blocking like 70% of the airflow. Like, I don't get it. What is the point? Anyways, I think it's a stupid design. This unit, this Tyler, it's old as hell. I think it's a piece. It's 1997. I think it's gonna freeze up again. And I think it needs to be replaced. I mean, am I wrong? Tell me if I'm wrong. Like, you guys see that back there, right? I'm not tripping, right? There is a vertical plate blocking all of the airflow, almost all of it, except for a little bit can get through. What is the point in that? Have y'all seen that before? What is up with that? Not only that, but there's another one back there. Alright, so it turns out I got one that's not working right here. Alright, I got it out. Now, what in the hell is that? Man, this thing must be old. Oh, it is. It's from 97, but I ain't never seen a square motor like that. They're all round that I've seen. So, alright, I guess. Looks like it mounts like all the other little motors like that. So, let me see if I got one that fits it. Oh shit, look what it says. It's an ECM motor. Wow. Alright, so what is this? This is a 115 12 watt. I got a 115 16 watt. What is this? Clockwise? Counterclockwise? Man, I don't know. I got a NRP 5411. Good old 5411. 9 watt. I don't know. What you think? Let's see. This thing says 0.62 amps, and this one is 0.32. I don't know. Should I try it? I think that's the only one I got that I know is any good. These ones, I don't know about these. These ones are mine, my personal ones, but that's a counterclockwise. Counterclockwise 230 volt. $115 16 watt. Where is it? Man. Clockwise. I don't know if that's gonna fit. Alright, I'm gonna go get me a basket and I'm gonna take all them fucking motors in there. That's where I'm working at. Pasadena, Texas. I personally am not a fan of these stupid little stores, but that's just my opinion. And I'm a Mexican too. So I just need to mount this plug onto these wires, and that'll do it. Alright, so I'm using this one. It's the Jard 9-watt clockwise. I'm gonna use it. I know that one is a 12-watt, but I'll put it in there. I'll check the amps, and if it's overamping, then I don't know. We'll figure out at that point. But when I plugged it in, I just stuck those two little ends. You see right there, those little copper ends? I just stuck them in the holes down there to make sure it spins the right way, and it does. That looks like it fits in there pretty good. Alright, I guess let's see what happens with the amps when I plug it in. Wow, would you believe that? It's rated for 0.62 amps and it's pulling 0.62 amps. That's awesome. Probably not, but fuck it. Alright, I got it mounted. We done, son. Alright. I'm all done. Got everything put back in there. And that should start dropping. Let's go get a mop and broom, clean this up, and then when I'm done with that, we'll see what that's running at. Alright, so earlier, what I meant to do to put that one in defrost was go over here, rack D, zoom in, and I meant to do this one, but I didn't, probably because I was busy filming or something, but I accidentally did this one. So that's why my fans didn't shut off. And you can see my case, which is this one. No, this one. It's coming down really nice. Yep. Let's see, so earlier, what time was it earlier? Before I shut it off, looks like it was right. Let me see. Earlier I got here like around this time. And then, no, it was running and getting cold, and then right here I shut it off. That's where I shut it off, I believe, and then it got all that warmth, and then turned it back on here. That's when I went to go get the motor, and so now it's creeping down. This is when I put the little, you know, panels in there. And it's going down. Colder than what it was earlier, I believe. Let's see, earlier it couldn't get below 10. Yeah, it couldn't get below 10 earlier. Now it is, what is it, 10.4? But it's got all that food in there that's hot, so. Anyways, that's it. Appreciate you watching. Thanks for joining me on this
adventure. Later.